was in line and we dealt with it. I
All
love
right, so let's talk about that on camera. It's called the after action report. Exactly what you're doing, but I want our people to get in the habit of doing
it. Are you on it?
Your mic is on?
Yeah.
My mic sounds nice.
Hold on, let me make sure this is plugged
Anybody
in.
get excited? Hold on, let's do it on camera. Wait.
Yeah, let me just
Everyone's
make
gonna
sure.
get a chance. I just want it to be on camera. You know,
Let's talk about the weather.
Jamal, is
The
this-
weather is the topic.
it has to be plugged into the iPad on the other side.
Oh, but they can hear it.
You had it like.
Yeah, because they can probably hear it, but not as loud as it.
Yeah. Working on it.
You should write Islam for the fun. Self-Lord Master, and then strength and unity. So it's not only self in this age.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
I'll sit over here so there's more people on camera. It's just me.
I strength, like.
You want to write that on the board?
On my handwriting called.
So is mine. You see me right? Are we live?
Yes, sir.
Can y'all hear me? On the line?
Testing.
Yeah, test. That's right.
Yes, they can hear you.
So what we're trying to do is an after actions report. In the military, after any engagement or any operation, we all sit together and talk about what could have been done better, the successes, the failures, things like that. So for the people on the camera, when I said, hey, my cousin called me, my cousin actually called me downstairs. And I was like, well, if he left, he wouldn't be calling me because he knows I'm doing class. And I just felt energy. I felt something out there. And I think you were out in the hall. I said, is everything good? So we went out there. Long story short, the cops lied and said they had a phone call that there was a weapons safety class. And then they said that they actually seen the video. Then they said it was their opinion that it was an automatic rifle. So the Providence police just wanted any reason to bother us. Anyone else have anything to add about the situation? Just explaining what happened.
I noticed that when we got the sergeant dude to a point to admit that there's nothing going on, he still in himself did not want to turn away. Like the situation was already solved. Like I said, is there a problem? He said no. I said, does someone commit a crime? He said no. But he wouldn't turn around and walk back to his vehicle. He just there.
Meeting was supposed to be adjourned.
Yeah.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.
Right, meeting
Business
adjourned.
is over. Back to more business.
So can I just talk about that for a second, right? Because by the time I got downstairs, I had read the Rhode Island Constitution, Article 1, Section 6, and after I read this, half of them left. So this is what I read. Because remember now, they said they had a call that someone had an automatic rifle and they were doing a weapons safety class, which the word safety is in it, so I still don't understand why they were here. And after, 90% of y'all went downstairs and said, we're safe, there's nothing going on, so I still don't understand why they were there. But I read this to them, which we did it on camera as well. Article 1, Section 6, the right of the people to be secure in their persons, papers, and possessions against unreasonable searches and seizures shall not be violated.
So the minute you said that,
They left.
it cut down.
And no warrant shall issue but on a complaint in writing, which they said they had a phone call. That's not writing. Right?
Then when you said that, when you read that, and I was like, oh, but the sergeant said they just got a phone call. That's when he starts walking over to each of his little posse. And
Yeah.
telling them, and then they start.
Yeah.
No, they called them gangs.
Gangs,
Gangs,
right?
yep.
They called them
Each
on
other?
the phone.
Yeah,
How's the gang?
yeah, they call each other gangs.
Because they were getting ready to come.
Yeah.
They were getting ready to come.
They kept, no.
Oh, so hold on.
What they were doing was putting on sirens and stuff like that to like manipulate us, to get our people to run. Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
I
I gotta
think
go.
that
You know what
was
I'm saying?
part
They
of the
want us to scatter.
That's
They
what they
want us
say.
to lose
So-
workers.
Exactly.
So, hold on.
Divide and
Hold on. Let's talk about how he knows that. Where were you positioned?
Right next to them.
All right, so can you draw it?
Here.
Can you draw it compared to where we were standing and where they were standing? Because without that information, we're basically powerless. You get what I'm saying?
This is the best tripod we've ever had.
Nah, hold on. This is divine. Hold up, this is divine.
That's
You have
right.
to do this.
Hold on, plug all the stuff back in.
I don't know which
I'm gonna wait for you.
No, you're good, you're good.
I'm patient.
No, just hold it.
I'm very
All right.
patient.
Because it is kind of loose, I might have to just hold
No
it.
problem. I'll wait.
I got you.
It was one that came in, but he just like took off. He was like, "Oh, the action already left."
Yeah.
He was just turning around and shit in the park.
Oh, one. So he's late to the party. You know what
Party to the party.
he said this is where they told me to
He
sound
thought
my
he was gonna
sirens
be the
off. I
one to
don't see
save the
anyone.
day.
Let's focus. Let's focus. Because, Moors need to do this.
Can I touch on something she said real quick? Cause
Yeah.
that's very important what she said. I noticed when the first time we went upstairs and you came up was like, oh, there's more pulling up. Several cars just around the block area drove by with their sirens on. Never didn't pull up in there on
Yep.
us, but they drove around the
driving.
perimeter. And it looked like I'm not sure if I'm bugging, but I'm seeing the same. The guy went by this way with the lights on.
Yeah.
One of them came by this way with the lights on. It's like the same. They were circling us.
Listen,
Like
Scare
sharks.
tactics, like sharks. Like what kind of
It's
legality?
co-intel operations. They don't want us.
to back up what he was saying, I drove to pass to like Providence Place Mall, and I was just looking over the parking garage. It was one or two cars because that's where I was.
Yeah.
That's right.
Whoa, we need, bro.
All right, so let the brother say where he was.
This is us.
Yep.
We are Moors.
Islam.
We must protect here at all calls. You here at all calls. This is the deceivers.
Yep.
This is where they was pinpoint. Outside the doors. Black lady.
Kept looking up at the window.
Him. The
Two on the corner, yup. Two down there.
You identify
Saw them,
them.
yup.
Us.
Hold on, use the red one for us, please. Just so there's no confusion on the board, you know?
Correction.
Sit down properly.
4 more.
So that was in the parking lot, right?
Yep, 4 more is across the street. Sitting.
You have another, okay.
Me, I got a pinpoint. Me, I have the pinpoint. Me, I have the pinpoint. Me, I have the pinpoint. I have to.
So you gotta do it, do what you do.
I don't know,
Do what you do.
they were
Pinpoint,
not breathing.
I mean, pinpoint.
Yes, he was pinpointing.
Those are all the places you work.
Was pinpointing the Crusaders.
Pinpoint. I didn't get a chance to get behind them. That's when somebody got to move around them. Around the 2 cop cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we're always supposed to be. Because they want to come around us.
Yeah.
They want to back around us, go around the building, see who's behind the building. I kept my eye.
On the
This is
blind
the
spot,
exit.
blind
This is the
spot.
exit where they could have flanked us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a blind spot.
Well, no, that, back there,
Yeah.
they couldn't get up here. They would have to scale the building, literally.
Correct. No, but
Yeah,
knowledge they didn't have.
yeah.
But opportunity, they think.
You're not documented yet, right?
Opportunity, they thought, but they didn't have.
You don't got that
I'm
on
gonna show y'all something. Pick, notice this. When we were up there,
Why not?
when we were
We
up
still
there.
didn't do anything. They still left saying they have no probable cause to be here.
Yeah.
You know, even if they did find this, it's not an automatic rifle.
Right.
And even if they did find it and it was, no
It's
one's
all
hurt.
legit. First
there's
of
a
all, they're just
warrant.
harassing
So
us.
Article 3, Section 1 and 2 judge.
Yeah.
It's all legit. They're just
So-
harassment.
And after they
So
did-
as the, no, leave that.
Leave that there, leave
One
that
more.
there.
No, just leave it there.
That's 8.
Yeah.
It's 7. It's supposed to be 7.
Yeah,
yeah?
don't worry about it.
Because I walked that way, that's why I put a star for 8.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be
But
7.
leave it there, so,
7 pinpoints.
so if and or when this happens again, other Moors
Need to discuss
can
the
also
same
do
way.
that.
Yeah.
Just
Well, I wanna,
strategically place yourselves.
And it's not everybody has
I'm
to.
gonna show
Just
you.
1 or 2.
I'm gonna add to this tactically what happened, because the sergeant did, so this the steps we're coming off of, right?
Yeah.
The group that was to the left with the lost more.
Yeah,
and
the young ones.
The young ones, with the young ones, and this is the young group that was here. The 2 right here was one of the policy and the unmarked dude.
Yeah.
He had regular dress clothes. This was the other Moorish bald-headed dude who probably looks like he does some sort of sport fighting or whatnot with the other three older gentlemen. Right, that's not. I want y'all to take note that
I'm ready for
when we was here on the steps and in the building, they was this close to us.
To the wall, yeah.
And the sergeant was in the middle where the star was,
Yeah.
in the front. So they were feeling themselves. You see when we poured out the building and they saw the sheer numbers? Did anyone see the sergeant's face?
Yeah.
You see his face?
Yeah,
He put his two hands to the side like this, fluttering.
yeah.
Because he was nervous to exercise his power. He wanted to go no stop and contain us all within the building. But then when Ellie walked through, and then Juju walked through, and then y'all was saying, come down the steps, come outside. Izzy went across the street, you're doing you. You joined Izzy across the street, they can't control the whole scenario. You see that? We spread out. Now they don't know what's going on. So in their mind, they're just as terrified as we are. And they got the gun.
Because we can box them in if they try to
So
rush
when,
us.
And also to your point, he even said y'all surrounded him.
yeah, when we
That's
pulled
how
up,
big
on the side, why are you surrounded? I said, you had us surrounded.
Yeah.
He
He said, why are y'all
Crazy.
surrounded?
Well,
Maybe
you
I went
went over
maybe
there
you
and
should
tried
have
to-
showed up.
He's like, why are you guys surrounded? You see how he turned into us real quick?
Yeah.
Oh, why you guys surrounded me? When they pulled up, we was there like,
We
why
were,
you guys
well,
They
we
surrounded me?
tried
weren't
to
even
play
surrounded
the
them.
victim.
We were
We
in front of
were,
them.
Right.
we were in front of them, but he
Jesus.
turned into us real quick like a
Yeah.
coward.
Yeah.
When we walked by him, the man turned redder than he was before when he pulled up. He shaded down, because now he's nervous. There's a bunch of Moors behind him, around him, to the left and to the right of him. They couldn't even speak tactically thanks to this Moor. If he wasn't everywhere where he was, they would have been able to conspire here, because they was over here where he was. But the cars actually pulled up over here.
Although they did conspire, 'cause they were
Oh,
on
you
the
know
phone.
what was
They
hilarious?
got to conspire over here, where he went after the Moor left this area, after he left and went over here.
What
They
was
got to conspire
hilarious?
over here.
Conspire is
The
false
unmarked
allegation.
clothes
Oh my
dude
God.
And the one guy.
Yeah.
But that just to show you if that's and when people hear the word war, we get scared of war. It's not that was a war that just happened. That was war.
It was a bad-
You understand?
was a spiritual battle.
The word, physical and spiritual.
Yeah.
Physically, we walked out there.
True.
Physically, we walked past them.
True.
Physically, she went and shook his hand.
Physically, they were a
Physically, we
threat
did
to
that.
us.
True.
And physically, he
Spiritually,
denied me
right.
twice.
So now I'm
Out
like
loud.
now I'm like the other Moors. It's just a spiritual battle.
Nah. He come.
Spiritually, you see what I'm saying? And spiritually, we held our ground. I'm not gonna say we was all the bravest. We was all scared. I know
No,
we was all scared.
that is bravery. To
No,
come
yeah,
to your
because
faith.
you're
Come
scared and
here.
you're
So
still
we
in their
went out
face.
there, we stood our ground.
And none of us had guns.
Our
Right.
ancestors stood
None of
up there and
us.
said,
Right.
"Let me tell you something."
None of us had guns.
I didn't have no gun. I walked up to every single one and got their name and number. I don't care.
Cool, calm, and collect. Right there, the ancestors manifesting the energy through
I
it.
know they know nothing.
Don't worry.
If they're gonna harass me, I'm gonna be right in front of you harassing you. Cause if it's gonna be like that, we're going eye to eye.
Peep
I
how
don't care.
powerful the word is, though.
Yeah,
None
but
of them
we-
knew anything that was being read,
And,
but they still moved.
Nothing.
But we exercise our constitutional
They don't know
rights.
what-
Why
They don't know
do
my
that?
rights.
They didn't even know, all the
Yeah.
German heads didn't know nothing, but when
It
Jamal
was
read
back to
Cersei's
taxes.
Caesar
The
started
words
saying
that
certain words,
flow.
I saw them go like this.
Yeah, I know.
I'm back up.
Yes, I got my
All right,
kids'
so-
vacation card. I can't-
What could we have done better? I have one thing.
What?
Have more than one person strategically placed
Yeah.
around
Yeah.
listening to what they're saying.
That's number one.
Yeah.
Yep.
Scary. It don't come overnight, y'all.
Yeah.
Number two,
Don't
what
go
we
over
could,
there.
well, number two, what we can do better, but we did it good. When we all get excited, and me, I'm a worse offender.
Yeah.
You gotta give me that tap, you gotta,
Yeah.
I did a few times.
that's
And I
enough, that's enough, muskrat. You gotta give me the code word. Muskrat.
That's me.
And we held it down, so we got quiet, so the words could come out.
But that's
Let them talk.
Scorpio and Taurus energy.
I was the one
She was,
commenting.
no, she was telling me, she was like,
I'm
"Oh,
saying-
help me out." She's like,
Earth and water. Earth and water.
yeah, she was helping me down, but
What else?
that we could do better, that's two, right, so.
Keep each other calm.
Keep
and
each other
Yeah.
calm,
strategically
cool,
place
calm,
ourselves.
collect.
To my knowledge, it always best when the wisdom, the women were talking,
first.
speak first, and the men just sit back and confirm what they're saying.
That actually worked.
Yes.
Because I was like, put them in front because they're more litigated with their words and
Yeah.
they will too.
We're more aggressive.
And not
No,
only
no,
that,
more-
they're not gonna touch.
One person at a time.
Yeah.
They're gonna think twice to touch a female in front of all these.
Because
That's why I told her when we were standing on the steps, I was like, stand right here on this front step because they ain't gonna do shit.
I was like,
son.
everyone get out so we could surround them, because they were doing that tactic, we were showing everyone by the shoulder, they were holding everyone by the shoulder,
Yes.
the cops like
And
that,
they
so
broke
they,
that.
so they could walk inside like this.
That's why.
Oh, you didn't do that.
You helped
That's
bro.
why,
He did
that's
it.
why I drew
We were
that.
doing that.
Yes.
Like, let's get around this.
So they were ready
You saw
to
that the first
search
week.
the building
2 weeks ago.
for nothing.
Well, what he did is very important. What you did is very important. Because I saw you,
Yep.
he walked off, hopped in his Jeep, and he
Yep.
did the circle.
Yep.
And I did actually go, and I had time
the top of
to
the
even
mall.
tell my job,
So you did
That's-
your
my
that's what a
manager,
body
I'm literally
does.
calling out, I'm just looking over the top of the garage.
Uh-huh.
And I
You
saw
did your
all,
own detail.
all
Yes.
of
Yeah.
So
probably
we be the
you could
body,
see.
he be the white blood cells. We just send him off to look and take care of anything that's outside of where the body is maintaining.
Now we need radios.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
But see, I see why I keep saying move out here, so we can do things like that.
I mean,
At least.
The next step, what is
Rider.
it?
Hold on, hold on, hold on.
I think it'd be dangerous to have the females in front, because we can't dictate these Europeans' next move, they're already criminals. So it's like, we can say, oh, well, they gonna just chill, because we put the females up front and just shoot them off. The whole day would have been like, man, you trying to hit none of that law, we walk away, we walk in there.
So that's when we rush.
On the front line, as far as the being.
I hope whatever.
The females already know, but once it get like
One at
that,
a time.
yo, but once
Yeah,
it
one
gets
at a
like
time, one at a
that,
time.
they should step back and we move forward. That's what we're supposed to do.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong.
No, yeah.
Some questions.
You just bring it up, yes.
Can
I
put
think,
everything on in perspective. How you and your wife just came in, that's how we supposed to go. Together, together. And two behind you. Two men behind you. But we always gotta gotta keep your queen on the board. She's gotta protect you. Gotta keep your queen on the board. Side by side.
She's the governor, we law enforcement.
so, I wasn't there during the initial contact, but during the initial contact, first thing you should have asked was, is there a written complaint? Because that's what the state constitution says.
Oh, we did. We asked for a warrant.
You asked for a warrant?
Hell yeah, I
Okay.
did.
What'd they say?
No, he said no. we don't have
They
a
couldn't
warrant.
even say words to me because they
We're under
can't talk to me.
investigation. We're having an investigation.
And I said to them, where's crime if there was an investigation?
That's their word for probable cause, for
Mhm.
justified probable cause, but it's not justified or lawful. They're just here to investigate.
If this is the troll who called the police,
That's why we go
I hope.
2 by 2. Not everybody, he stays here, 2 by 2. That's all they need to see, that is here. They don't have to know who is here in this building, in this temple. They don't need to know who's in the temple. We know who's in the temple.
But we have this experience that other Moors don't have. So now all we gotta do is sharpen our skills.
It was the one for us. Good job.
That was a win for everybody.
We're gonna chase that
I've seen that scenario.
Chase
Same
those
way,
Play out
crazy
differently.
even with
buttons.
more peace and knowing the fragile people, and they play out 10 times worse.
People who
But
sit down.
did they have knowledge?
And,
That's
you know,
that was the difference.
wanna
Lack of
protest,
knowledge.
and they arrest them all.
And if the troll is on this live from the last live, I hope you're mad. Because we're still doing
Yeah, we're gonna make
class.
that phone call. And look.
Let's show Pamela your semi-automatic
I'm just
that
gonna hide the
is
serial number.
perfectly legal in the
Yeah.
so-called state
This
of
is
Rhode
an
Island.
AR-556. It's not an automatic rifle. So you can't come with the same excuse.
They just picked the wrong words. They thought we didn't know law.
Yeah.
That was
We were niggers.
yeah.
They thought we was the Constitution.
100%. They were not expecting us to read the Constitution.
That's
Fam.
the A or B, they've been, this A or B is, police are watching it. Yeah, they're looking for.
The subscribers.
They're looking for,
Yeah.
trying to build a case for an insight. I mean, it's funny, but they're looking for
7,000
insight. Wait,
subscribers, but
because the
like
videos
more
are probably
watching.
holding them at base.
The thing
solidified
is-
with all the law and what we're studying.
They've already been watching. They already know that we know.
Yeah.
They wanted to show up and
Yes.
scare us in the
No.
physical
No,
Not
flesh.
even that,
and
not
see-
even that,
see
because if it's
our
them, if it's
reaction.
them,
It's
it's
not
providing the
that.
phone calls.
What is this
And
called?
they
What is
use
this
Hold on,
called?
one person, hold on. Let him continue, please, and then you can go.
They applied the phone call. The phone call is an excuse for them to get close.
Yeah.
They didn't see faces, know who's who.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 1, 2, 3 people up on memory now.
We're on live every week.
3 people not in uniforms,
Yeah.
badge and an alleged gun.
Yeah.
An alleged badge and a gun on them. We'll know them from a hole in the wall, we'll know
Yeah.
them.
And on
All
rule
the
of
ones in
discovery,
uniforms,
they
we
need to
can
bring
hold
that phone
accountable
call
to
to
a
court.
certain point. Them unmarked dudes can disappear and change in a minute,
Mhm.
we'll know them. What video, who calling,
Yeah.
it sounds like them all the way through.
Yeah.
Cause bro, we've been doing this,
Yeah.
right? We got trolls, we had the trolls in here 24/7 on this thing. That sound like them, even who at the end came up with this little smart comment, oh, it looks like you guys might have someone who's, watching you and maybe try to instigate some sort of.
So that's
That's
FBI.
them.
That's
He
FBI.
even said,
Going
I
Yeah,
out.
have,
that's
I even,
going
he
to
said
opposite,
himself,
that's
I even
them.
have the number. So
Yes.
who called it?
He's
Cause I asked him, I said, so you guys plan to go investigate that?
Right.
Before you act.
Oh yeah, I got the number.
False
We're gonna
that's false accusation.
That's his number.
Let the brother go.
When they call this, I heard them on the dispatch, this is District 6?
I think so.
They're doing a project with District 6 as of today. They will be doing a project because they didn't know this district was that strong. You showed
They didn't know
alliance,
this was forming in the district.
you showed alliance.
So they
First of all, you back
That's allegiance.
everybody up against each other, everybody hold it down for each other. It's a problem.
For them. That's what the prophet said. So
Dig
now,
deeper. Dig deeper.
so now, first thing we have to do Monday morning is go to City Hall and report
Bring this to
them.
their attention,
Because we did absolutely nothing wrong.
In numbers.
yes.
And they attempted to violate their oath to the Constitution. Which means they were conspiring to do it, meaning they had conversations about it and they planned on doing it. That's a crime.
Remember now, we have him on the phone saying that he's gonna investigate the phone number. We can push for that.
Yeah.
We can push for them to see where they're gonna investigate, what have you guys done towards it, show us some info.
Monday
So
morning.
that way we can put, once they can show us that part of it, I know it was them. Yeah, I know it was them.
We know it's them, so what do we do?
I'm not believing no one from a third party anywhere called about nothing. It's them.
Let him go. Yeah.
To what you said, it could have went differently. It's just because of the scenario and who we are and what we know. As for what you said about putting the females in front, different situation with different people and they're not competent, it could have went differently, but it's gonna be different.
More.
They're not gonna rush in or not, because they know, even if they don't know, you see like how he called for somebody higher up?
Yeah, exactly.
So their action is always gonna be different against us.
Yeah.
They're not gonna treat us like how they would
Treat
run
normal,
in pepper spray.
average,
They're not gonna do
black,
that.
yeah.
They're
And
not gonna do
I'm
that.
noticing that too, I can attest to that.
You're not gonna
You
do
see,
that.
you see how they treat the Ave in where we live in Lowell. I'm not, the police that ran into every other house around where we live. around. They done ran in everything but ours. They see the flag on the balcony, they see us walking in and out there with fezzes. The detectives even drove by and saluted us.
You
Gave
guys
us
don't have
the
enough
secret
numbers.
number, like he know us. I mean,
You don't have enough numbers.
They sure know you.
Numbers.
Busting up in the court like that all the time.
Everyone, it's a must that everyone goes and files a report.
yeah, that.
The first thing you need to do is just on a regular piece of paper with a pencil or a pen, just start an affidavit of fact and state everything you saw. Exactly everything you saw in chronological order. Just put it on paper. It don't matter if you have chalk and a black. On Facebook, for the record. I posted all the videos that I had on my phone of that on record on Facebook. Yeah, except there was one video where I said something that was not so kind about one of the officers with that nasty smirk on his face, and I can't. I already posted it. Yeah, and I can't. It's already out there.
Yeah. He said to me, he looked at me, he's like, it's a beautiful day. I said, oh, this is great. I'm like, I love my unalienable rights, my human
Alright,
rights.
so anything else? Anything else for the after actions report? What we could have done better? Hold on. Don't make me have to get the gavel.
Order.
So my thing is this, like, at first, we initially wanted to come up in here and block them out, like they don't got no rights to do the thing, which would have led them to plot against us further, and no one down there watching us plot against us. I like that we
Came outside
together
to
and
show
went
them.
outside to show them.
Yeah.
Like, first of all,
We wear skins, yeah.
Yeah.
you're dealing with people, brother.
Yes.
Number two, like, stop all that monster shit y'all be doing. Like,
Not only that-
confront them, like, straight up as men confront men. You know, like, Like none. I
Conversation.
just wanna talk to y'all, like come talk to me. And then when we came out to talk, they went over there.
Aki.
At first, when there was a few of us, they was all in our face, remember? Right now, she's in our face. When the rest of us came out, it's like, all right.
They backed up.
We had
They did,
50
they backed
more
up.
balls. That's what I'm saying, imagine double the numbers.
But,
They wouldn't even have called the leader.
that's why I was.
And one of them was embarrassed, the girl that was in the front, that was like, kept saying, no, the other one, the boy.
That's why you
You were like, I got
When she
you.
was talking,
I got you.
I was telling
But dark skin one or the dark skin one, she left.
She left long time.
Yeah.
She felt embarrassed, like she was like, that's my people.
When I was the first one,
Yeah.
I looked at her eyes and I was like,
She was, I don't know.
That's why when
Her
it was
true number is
once you're working, you gotta give
Is she a
them
deep
that.
for one? She's a
Give them that.
number
That's
four.
too
Too much law
When she
being
was
spoken
coming to enter,
into
all
existence.
head down. You know, normally they look at you walking with all that pride.
She was, yeah.
So I'm trying to get my cousin in here to talk about the initial contact.
Oh, yeah, 'cause he was down there for.
Yeah, on video, when my cousin called, I said, my cousin's called me.
Yeah.
Why?
That didn't seem right. I went out in the hallway, I said, is he out there? And then,
The first reaction was me looking at the grand sheet, pretty much like something was wrong. So I went downstairs to be able to check on his cousin to see what was going on. So the first thing I seen, it was him getting surrounded by 4 to 5 different policy enforcers for no reason, asking him questions without having or any type of. By the Fifth Amendment, we have the right to be able to maintain silence, but he was trying to figure out what was going on. And me being there, I would just wanted to know like what was the issue. Allegedly, their information was somebody received a call. So, and we were just trying to follow that. We trying to follow our investigation to see what was going on with the issue. According to that, he was telling me he was ordering pizza. Because everybody's hungry at right here at the domicile where we're residing too. And according to that, I went with my brother to the store to be able to get a drink because I was dehydrated too as well because I was doing Ramadan for a while. And when we were checking around to see what was going on because we didn't know what was the issue at first. You know what I'm saying? We exercise our constitutional rights and we understand civics and we trying to become a better individuals, you know? So according to that, I saw him outside, he said it outside, and then they started investigating him for no reason with no probable cause or anything like that whatsoever. But that's my instinct was something was wrong and we were just trying to figure it out with them and they didn't want to give us no information back. They were just only one-way script that they want us to investigate, but we have the right to be able to be heard and to have the right to be able to know what was the problem. And they couldn't show me who was the person. I asked them the same question. It was like, so allegedly to the call, who is this individual? Because accordingly to that, is nobody over here feeling threatened anything. We're just having a regular class. You know, I told her to, and that's why I approached the supervisor who was in shift, and I guess he didn't know no law, he knew policy. So that's why he started going. He didn't know nothing. He can call. He didn't, I don't know if I was surprised if he called the mayor, but you know what I'm saying? Just see what's going on, but you know what I'm saying? Well, we were just in peace and love, and we're just exercising our justice, weight, and our constitutional rights, and nobody could be able to deprive us from that, you know?
It was very peaceful.
so basically, in the beginning, both of us operated off of our instincts. Because I knew something wasn't right. And if you watch the end of the video, you see me looking like I don't know what I heard, but I heard something wasn't right. And then I went out there, and then he felt the same energy. And you know, that's proof. That's proof that we're all. I felt it from my cousin who's outside.
Yes, sir.
He felt it from me because he even said it out there. I seen the way he was looking for your cousin, so he went out there. You know, it kind of shows me personally, and I think all of us that. As long as we stick to our instincts,
We are correct.
We got it.
Yeah, and they coming over here attacking us, but us not even doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? No type of physical altercation with anybody. You know what I'm saying? They over here surrounding us like we pretty much like a war. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like we did anything wrong.
Accordingly to be able to be civil, you have to come and speak with the individual in an intelligent tone, no an aggressive tone. Because when you're showing bodies, that means that the ignorance and the and that type of demeanor that you're showing us is pretty much putting fear in us. And you here to be able to protect us for them to be able to make everybody safe. But according to that, it seems like they want to put everybody in danger, not only physically but emotionally and mentally, because that's what PTSD comes from.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When we have those scenarios like they over here to protect us, how can we able to use them? We need to hold them accountable to that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? According to that, if
So-
they had an investigation, they had to get a complaint from them and know.
So that's what I'm saying. So you know how they hit our people with attempted murder?
Yes.
They attempted to violate our rights, and we got that on camera, so we can sue them for that.
But since we
So
weren't
this brother
scared,
had something to say, and then you
and
had
we held
something
our
to say.
ground.
So, in my perspective, this is my first time here.
Yo,
That was an attack.
I'm sorry, but
Hold
someone,
on, let him.
no, I know someone who's watching it just texted me what just happened, so I guess they saw the whole thing.
That was an attack on the temple itself. And then if you look at why everybody comes to this temple is to listen to this grand sheik right here. You know, so even if you go more into it, they were really coming after the grand sheik.
Yeah.
You understand? They might not said it directly, but at the end of the day, that's who they were coming after.
And I felt it.
And that was the last person, I mean, this is my first time here, that's the last person I know let outside, or let them even get close to them. Because even if they get this close,
They shouldn't.
they're gonna try it, just like that, quick, with no remorse, and once they take them, done.
But what you're talking about is exactly what governments don't do. Governments don't let their officials
Yes.
be taken by foreign governments. And since we're a nation of people, and the state of Illinois and the state of Georgia recognize that we're a sovereign theocratic government, what he's operating off of is those national principles, which is exactly what I stated should have happened to Sister Sharon. Because although me and her, or her and I may disagree, she's still our sister.
Right, yes.
You know?
And even if they would have taken the brother, I would be standing outside of that
Could you,
station.
for the record,
waiting
let
till
the
the
people know
meeting
that none of this
No, they couldn't
family
have-
knows
Nah,
brother?
No one. That's why when he walked over, I turned around and I was like,
Like no one was close to him, not even.
That's right.
Not even. So the more
It's so crazy, they were looking for
in other
They wanted him.
constituents,
After
they need
seeing
to
all
do
of
the
us.
same thing. Like their grand sheikh, they need to protect them, no matter what the cost. Like what I seen today was for real. He got protected from here. And what's your name, my brother?
Brandon,
Brandon? Sorry, excuse my Aboriginal accent. So brother Brandon, right? He didn't even let him step out of the class.
And who showed up?
And
Who showed up? The coppers?
yeah,
No, they were picking on her the other day about her saying
yeah,
coppers.
they're coppers.
That's
what
right.
they are. They are. And then for real, and then when we got to the beginning where the class now, beginning of the building, at the front of the building, he wasn't let out either. So brother Binali was there. He didn't even. So I'm looking back. I'm like, I'm not seeing the grand sheikh. I'm just seeing his shoes. Brother Binali is there.
but what's
You know what
bigger
I'm
than that
saying?
is the grand sheik said and read just this much.
Right.
And that's all he had to say.
He hit
That's all
Article
he had
6
to
and they
say.
left.
Everything else was up to us.
Yes.
And we all did everything else. All he
So
had to say was that little bit, and it was, they started dispersing.
for you
That
brothers
was the
and
state
sisters,
constitution,
protect your grand sheikhs, protect whoever is your leader.
That's
For
right.
Sharon, for people who listen to Sharon Bay, you all need to step up and protect that sister. Anyone who's listening to whoever, protect your people, because once they get them, that's it. You are left. You are left open. You're just like a sheep with no shepherd. So the wolf will come in and devour you.
Can I add? The brother that was in the room with Sharon, he commented on my Facebook, and when I said, you know, when they did that in front of us, we did nothing, that was nothing against him personally.
Right.
He was outnumbered, it was just him.
Right.
My message was to our people.
It
in
should have
general.
never been them two in the
Yeah.
first place alone.
That was my note, yeah.
And Jambe, those coppers better watch out because she's the record keeper and she's got everything on
She probably has all
everything.
their names already.
She already has an affidavit of fact written down.
It's so slick that I noticed the Sarge, when he saw the first initial couple of us come out, they were already looking for someone. They was, cause he looked at all of us and was like, nah,
No,
it's
it's
not-
not-
there's someone,
It's
I
not
think
him.
there's someone who had the
Someone else.
thing on in the video and he like described.
They were
like,
they were
and
probably
everyone-
expecting someone
Yeah.
to come out with it. That's stupid. If you think that's happening, that's
Yeah,
dumb.
he's like preferably without the
should be able
AR,
to,
they can just
yeah.
come downstairs like, oh, so what?
Probably they were
Like,
thinking
yeah.
this is the Waco, is it the Waco, whatever that thing.
Waco, Texas?
Yeah, remember how that thing, that, exactly, I think
What's his name?
that
Waco,
European,
Texas, he had
yeah,
the
the
compound.
European, yeah, he had
Oh.
the compound, he had all these.
Trapped it all.
Yeah.
He had to shoot out with
So,
bullets.
that is
In
what,
Waco,
that is
Texas.
what is registered.
probably wanted
in their
that
mind.
time.
Said there was a cult.
They want to
Yeah,
look like
that is what is, I guarantee that is what is running in their mind. They
Yeah.
think this is.
And biblical.
So we'll just show them, no, we actually honor the law. We'll go to City Hall and we'll file claims
Yeah.
against you, and then we'll go to the courthouse and file claims against you for conspiracy against our rights, because obviously you conspired, and it's on camera.
And let me tell y'all this, they
That's why I said
have,
it's our action.
But everyone needs to be there, and we need everyone's signature.
The actions that we did would have determined what they would, how they would react.
Does anyone have everyone's information before we all start dispersing?
No.
So let's make sure that's taken,
It should be in this notebook.
I'm not sure people signed it.
and one thing Sam Bag point out, which I think is very important, like, we'll never, like, when, in a standoff like that, what we just had with them, it's always good to keep it in a conversational piece, never, like, you know how we get emotional, we get
Yeah.
into our way, and we start.
We get loud.
We gotta
That's what they
always
want.
remember
Yeah.
to keep cool, calm, and collect, kill it with kindness, because
Kindness.
at the end of the day, they're waiting for some baloney excuse to
To do anything.
do anything.
To carry out
Do
their
anything
mission.
for life.
We're in the
That's what
same
they're about.
accord. One, we got
One accord.
That's why we elect one speaker,
And I noticed, like,
whether
when
it
we
be
were
male or female. One
box.
speak for
The
all.
box under the table.
That's it. But we need him away
All right, so that's what we
All
can
the
do
time.
better next time then.
all the time.
Just have one person speaking, and then we'll just all be quiet.
Just pick up the whole
Until it's
box.
time for me to say something. I think we did great. Again, please
But
give
you're
yourselves a
saying-
round of applause.
You're saying your mind.
I don't know if you know it or not,
Oh, Spider-Man.
but that was,
Spider-Man.
we were in real danger.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Just as a reminder.
Mommy, look at
No, I know.
Spider-Man.
I'm just putting it on the
You
record.
and I know what that.
Individuals created
Real
Did you think you?
You're welcome.
You and I know what that was. I'm with that, like, yo,
Shukran.
we escaped that.
Shukran.
That's right.
Bro,
Thank you.
that's why they
It's a
say
Spider-Man.
United is freedom.
Yeah.
Mommy,
With everything.
Mommy,
I
it's
wasn't
Spider-Man.
scared.
Do.
I felt no fear at all. I was just looking at him like,
It was embarrassing, right?
yeah, I was just like,
Like, Sam Bag
I
couldn't
don't
believe
think
it. He's
that was
like, I
the
can't
first
believe
time
y'all
we
are out here like
Which is why it's important to go on Monday.
I couldn't believe it.
Actually,
Yeah,
you know,
follow
file
with the action.
report against the law.
Like, you know what's crazy? It shocks some
Let me
of
get
our
this.
Moors.
Also, hold on, my bad. For all the viewers, if y'all see now on camera, your witnesses be here. I'm about to write the address on the board. Because they're violating you too, because if they touch any one of us, they're touching you.
Yep.
Don't let that happen. So I'm gonna put the address for City Hall, Problem City Hall on the record, so you can go there, because you're not a third party, you are watching the screen,
Right.
you were there.
Right. And then a lot of Moors think that.
Be about it, please, be about
Not
it.
only that,
Right.
they're
Don't
watching
talk
you.
about it. Be
They
about it.
acknowledge you as a grand sheik. This is your grand sheik, so
They probably already got the report back with your name on it.
Oh,
In
that's
the
what
center
I.
of the brown board with
Oh.
strings going in all directions and stars and shit. Like, this is
They
the
took
guy we
all
gotta
our
get
pictures.
right here.
Oh,
Think it's a game?
yeah,
They don't mind you. Remember, these are people that got nothing better to do.
no, they don't.
No.
They don't got
That's what they
nothing
do.
better to do.
Yeah, that's
They
their
get
job.
federal
That is their
report.
profession.
Grand Sheik, I just wanted to make a comment about
It-
previously this week we sent some documents to
Correct.
Amor and he sent us back pictures of his documents like with stab wounds, multiple stab wounds. The whole front cover was ripped. Like that was deliberate. He dropped that off at the post office and they received it with more like 2 stab wounds, mud and dirt. It looked like somebody's been stepping on it and like doing this too.
And I was
As if they were
hoping you
doing
were the
this.
front page.
Doing this on it. Yeah.
That means the DA took it outside and said,
And
what
then
is these people looking
And then when I pulled in this morning, I had mentioned to you over there that I had
One person at a
saw
time.
I saw a couple Europeans with a big huge truck, which to me I don't even care because if they want to profile us, I'm gonna profile them all day. They pulled up in a big threatening looking truck and they came out and they were big dudes. They came out with some like a broom and like a cleaning bucket and I was like, there's
that
no
on
way
camera?
these dudes are cleaning anything in this place.
Yeah.
This
This place is
building is
disgusting.
disgusting. I've never seen no cleaners up in here. And that's why when we went in that room, I said to you, I saw those people pull up this morning. They must have been here all day.
Yeah, they were trying to do what they did to Sharon on camera.
Yeah.
To me.
Yeah, to kill off everything
Yeah,
that you got
to-
going and
yeah.
discredit.
But I
you
mean,
and
nothing
make
would
you look
stick.
like you're under federal investigation.
And he would be
but
the
you're not.
wrong one.
On the low end. That's proof.
Right,
you know?
that's proof. I'm saying
Yeah.
that's how they
Yeah.
scare tactics to people to not listen.
So, this is where I'm going to be probably at 8 a.m. on Monday with my fez on.
Feds all the way up.
Mm-hmm.
Sundays, today's
Nothing can stop us.
Sunday the
Oh, yeah.
6th, Monday.
Yeah, but I put the wrong date.
That's right.
I put today's date.
Monday the 7th.
I'm sorry, you're right.
Yes. Take a picture. I'm a woman, you're a woman.
Right, correct me.
It's a puzzle. You like puzzles?
That's
Yeah.
just proof that unity does work.
Mommy,
Yes.
look.
Unity does work. You need to get.
Homeboy was like, yo.
On the golf course, he said, hello?
Jack, this better be good.
Yes, that is the address
Get off
to
on
City
the break,
Hall.
what, Moors?
Moors?
What?
Wait, what you say? Moors?
Moors, how many of them? That many? Alright, I'm on the way.
He's
Hold my shoulder.
Yo, he's making light of the matter, but that's exactly how the
Yeah.
conversation went when they was on the phone.
I'm dead serious.
That's exactly how they went.
That's exactly how it went.
That's exactly how it went.
Oh, more than half.
He was going to lunch. Matter of fact, he was on his way home. I heard him. He said he was the last one that pulled up. He said he was, hey, I'm on my way home. I'm about to get dinner with the family.
See?
What's going on?
You see, it's not a game.
Because when he pulled up, he's like, wait, what are you talking about?
He was stressed out. He
Yeah.
didn't know the car.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, because they put him as a spectacle.
He said he didn't even tell me the truth. There's more than 12 of them. But I gotta call.
No, I need to
He's
check
like, I
this
gotta
out,
call
right?
Frank for this. I can't call Frank. And then the other guy pulls up. 'Cause
Jasper, get the truck.
The one you tried to shake his hand, he didn't want to shake your hand.
Twice.
Check
He
her.
twice leaned up
His
and
name is
immediately
T.
went his phone.
He's
And
the
then the other
shooter.
guy came
Oh, I got his name.
The one that pulled up and didn't want to shake your hands.
Yeah.
He also
He's the shooter.
He
He's the
also
shooter.
didn't want to tell me his name or
His
his
name
badge
or his
number,
badge.
and he said, "I don't think I have
I
to tell you
got-
that."
What do you
I
mean
said,
he's a
"Yes,
I got that on
you
video. I got that on
Me
video.
too.
He
What do you
didn't want to
mean
say
he's
his
a
name or his
do."
badge.
Me too.
I know.
What do you mean?
I had that on Facebook Live.
I know that they had snipers set up. I know it.
Yeah.
I'm not dumb.
He's a
No,
All that?
Nah.
I wouldn't put it
They
past
heard
them,
about
but
that,
I don't think
they definitely did.
Yeah.
that
They
level.
definitely
They
did.
wasn't in position yet.
They
I can
probably-
say that. They wasn't in position yet. But I know those were.
Plus, there was too many of us
those were going
standing in front of you. Like,
Too much was scared.
yeah.
3 of them.
Alright, so no need to drag this out.
Yeah.
Monday, Morris, if you ain't there.
Monday, if any more is going to come through, whoever was watching on the live who might be in this area that wants to come out and help us file this giant tort claim in federal court against
I have a question.
officers in the
Pen
city.
and everything. Y'all gonna draft that for Dave? Everybody signed it? Or?
Everybody
Nah,
can do
sign
their
it.
own.
Your own statement of what happened.
Yeah.
Because this is gonna have to go to court and we're gonna have to be cross-examined.
You can literally do that right now, right here, on a piece of paper, 5 minutes. It don't need to be crazy. Just give it exactly what happened. Just yeah.
So this day right here is the Moorish calendar. The Moorish calendar is based on the moon cycle.
Mhm.
I use an app called Islamic Finder.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm about to get on it.
You know how the Matrix, they're like, we don't know what year it is, blah, 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 blah. It's because the Europeans mess with the date. They
A
mess
couple
with the date.
times.
How much more? 78?
No, it's not.
Oh, yeah?
Haha.
Divine, right?
At least make it sense.
October is really means 8, but whatever. So yeah, this is the Moorish calendar, month, date, and year. After the new moon is a new month.
Hey, somebody said 85 was somebody's badge number.
I'm 78. You know what's crazy? This was my platoon in the Marines.
78?
Yeah, and we had 78 men.
Word?
Oh,
Yeah.
78 brothers. This is my rifle. This is my gun.
I was hurt, I mean.
What was that, Jumbe?
We have to name
And
this.
she remixed it.
We literally have to name this in the Marines. We have to sleep with it in the Marines.
Yeah, that's your golf.
But there would be one.
Memorize the serial number in the Marines.
That's your baby.
Just like
That's like in high school when they give you that egg.
But-
Keep this egg alive.
Alright, so we'll just wrap it up.
All right.
Yeah, peace, Morris.
Peace.
Appreciate y'all.
We love you all. Join us on Monday if you can. And join us in the live call on Wednesday as well.
Alright, we'll do your
And
paperwork.
always remember,
Peace.
where there's unity, there's strength.
That's right.
420.
Morris, say goodbye to the rest of the Moors watching who
They're
don't get
busy.
to
That's
see the
it, yo.
Moors around
Today's
them.
ended. Today's
Peace.
perfectly ended.
Rashid, you want to say goodbye?
He said, I smell it, let me smell it.
You want to say goodbye?
I said, well, I'm happy.
No.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, just give me the